Welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe and press the notification bell. The Benda VTC 300 is one of those motorcycles that grabs attention not just with its design but with its intent to a unique cruiser that sits in a niche few dare to explore. As motorcycle manufacturers continue to evolve their lineups with electric models and adventure bikes, Benda dares to bring something different to the table, a mid-size cruiser that blends retro styling with modern engineering, delivering an experience that's equal parts style and substance. If you're a rider who wants something distinctive without burning a hole in your pocket, this might just be the motorcycle you didn't know you needed. At first glance, the VTC 300 doesn't look like a 300cc bike. Its proportions are muscular, bold, and a little deceptive. The low-slung silhouette, chunky tires, twin exhaust pipes, and elongated fuel tank all scream big bike presence. You'd be forgiven for thinking it's a 650cc or even a 750cc machine when it rumbles past. That's part of its charm. It plays in the 300cc segment, but visually and emotionally, it delivers a bigger punch. That's a bold move from Benda, and it pays off in making the VTC 300 an eye-catcher on the road. This motorcycle is powered by a 298cc V-twin engine that produces around 30 horsepower, mated to a 6-speed gearbox. Now, you might think 30 horsepower doesn't sound like much, but it's the way this engine delivers that power that makes it enjoyable. The V-twin configuration gives it a distinctive throaty note, especially when paired with its dual exhaust system. It's a low-revving, torque-rich engine that doesn't ask to be revved hard. Instead, it invites you to cruise, to feel the rhythm of the road, to enjoy the ride instead of racing through it. It's not built for speed demons, it's built for those who appreciate the journey more than the destination. What really stands out in the VTC 300 is its character. There's a mechanical honesty to the way it rides. The throttle response is smooth, gear shifts are crisp, and there's just enough vibration from the engine to remind you that you're on a real motorcycle, not some sanitized, computer-controlled machine. It retains the soul of a traditional cruiser but is refined enough to appeal to modern riders. It's the kind of bike that makes city commuting feel cool and weekend getaways feel liberating. In terms of ergonomics, Benda got a lot right with this machine. The seating position is relaxed, the handlebar placement is just right for a laid-back posture, and the foot pegs are forward set to give you that classic cruiser feel. The seat itself is lower, ideal for shorter rides, and the cushioning is comfortable enough for longer rides. Whether you're riding solo or with a pillion, the VTC 300 keeps things cozy and stylish. The rider triangle feels well thought out and contributes to the bike's overall easygoing nature. On the design front, the VTC 300 is genuinely impressive. The attention to detail is evident in the way components are integrated. From the teardrop-shaped fuel tank to the circular LED headlamp, from the sculpted rear fender to the alloy wheels, everything seems to have been designed with a sense of purpose. Even the instrument cluster, though relatively simple, adds to the overall appeal with a retro-modern feel. The finishing quality is surprisingly good for its price point, and it competes with far more expensive motorcycles in terms of aesthetics. When it comes to handling, the Benda VTC 300 offers a confident and predictable ride. It's not razor-sharp like a sports bike, but for a cruiser, it handles its weight pretty well. It weighs around 170 kilograms, which is relatively light for a cruiser, making it manageable in city traffic and nimble enough for twisty roads. The suspension setup is decent, with telescopic forks at the front and dual shocks at the rear. It absorbs most road imperfections with ease, and the chassis feels solid enough to handle enthusiastic riding without flexing or feeling unsettled. Braking is handled by disc brakes on both ends, and depending on the variant, ABS may be available. The braking performance is adequate and nothing extraordinary, but perfectly suited to the kind of riding this bike encourages. It's not a machine you'll be pushing to high speeds, so the braking system complements its overall character well. The tires offer good grip, and the wider rear tire not only enhances the bike's road presence but also adds to its stability in cornering and cruising. In the real world, the Benda VTC 300 is a practical motorcycle. It's got enough torque to deal with city traffic effortlessly, and on highways, it can comfortably cruise at 100 to 110 km per hour without feeling stressed. Fuel efficiency is respectable for a twin-cylinder cruiser, generally returning somewhere around 25 to 30 km per litre, depending on riding habits and conditions. It's a bike that finds a sweet spot between style, performance, and economy are something that's rare in this segment. Another major talking point is the value for money. Compared to other 300cc cruisers in the market, the VTC 300 offers a lot more visual appeal and uniqueness. It's not just another commuter in disguise, it has its own identity. Benda is still a relatively new name in many markets, and that sometimes brings hesitation. But the kind of engineering and design philosophy they've brought to the VTC 300 shows they're serious about making a mark. Of course, no motorcycle is perfect. The Benda VTC 300 does have some areas where it could improve. For instance, the instrument cluster, while stylish, could offer more information and maybe a gear indicator or a more comprehensive trip meter. The fit and finish, though impressive overall, could benefit from small refinements like tighter panel gaps or better switchgear tactile quality. And in some regions, after-sale service and spare parts availability might still be a work in progress. But these are teething issues that can be ironed out over time as the brand establishes itself further. Another consideration is that this bike isn't built for aggressive riding. It's not a corner carver or a performance machine, it's a cruiser at heart. So if you're coming from a sports bike or a naked street fighter and expecting similar dynamics, you might be disappointed. But if you understand what the VTC 300 is designed for, you'll appreciate its laid-back attitude and character-rich ride. Ultimately, the Benda VTC 300 is a motorcycle that offers something different to a stylish, soulful cruiser experience in a compact and approachable package. It brings together classic American cruiser vibes with modern Chinese engineering, and surprisingly, it works. It's ideal for someone who wants a cruiser-style bike without jumping into heavyweight territory. It's for riders who want to stand out without spending a fortune. It's for those who ride not just to go somewhere, but to feel something. Whether you're an experienced rider looking for a unique second bike or a newer rider who wants to break away from the sea of naked bikes and commuters, the VTC 300 presents an intriguing alternative. It's proof that you don't need massive displacement to feel cool on two wheels, so you just need a bike with heart and soul. And in that regard, the Benda VTC 300 delivers far more than most people expect. So, if you ever find yourself walking into a showroom and spotting this low-slung, mean-looking cruiser sitting in the corner, don't walk past it. Give it a closer look. Sit on it. Feel the handlebars, hear the engine, take it for a spin. Chances are, it might just speak to a part of you that forgot what it feels like to enjoy the ride, not chase the finish line. That's what the VTC 300 is all about, rediscovering the joy of riding. And that, in today's fast-paced world, is a rare and wonderful thing. Thanks for watching, and wait for the next video,